They come from all over the world, a sea of letters as warm and inviting as the sun-drenched South Pacific.
I can't thank you enough for this wonderful product.
This is something that I've really come to believe in.
Tahitian Noni juice is a wonderful blessing.
I absolutely love what it does for me.
Thank you for bringing this gift of nature to the world.
This has truly been a blessing in my life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From all points on the compass, the letters flow in to Tahitian Noni International, and mingled with the praise and tribute comes the inevitable question, how do you do it?
Qu'est-ce que le noni et où pousse-t-il?
请问大溪地诺丽公司与大溪地的居民关系是否非常好？
ノニはどのように採取され加工されてますか？
¿Qué lo hace a ustedes diferente de otras compañías?
How do you assure quality in every bottle?
Ist es richtig, dass der Saft weltweit in Flaschen abgefüllt wird?
Hva det som får Tahitian Noni-varemerket til å skille seg ut?
The answers, of course, have their origins on these pristine isles.
さて、質問なのですが、タヒチャンノニインターナショナルはブランドの大切さについてよく話をしているということを聞いたのですが、タヒチャンノニブランドというのはどういう意味ですか？
People ask about our brand. What is the Tahitian Noni brand? Well, it begins in Tahiti with our story and it spreads out from there. T and I created this industry. We are the #1 noni company in the world and no one else can say that. We're first in noni production, first in noni research, and first in noni quality. We follow no one. We do not imitate, we create. We do not copy, we innovate. The Tahitian Noni brand represents our passion, our story, our history. It represents the benefits of noni. It represents our people and our lifestyle. Tahitian Noni is taking its place among the greatest of the worldwide brands. We knew the market would be competitive, so we made a resolve among ourselves that no one would ever out-noni us. We determined that we would be the leader in noni products and research forever, and we will never give up that leadership position. Because of all of these things, when you talk about noni, you can only talk about Tahitian Noni International.
Yo sé que la fruta es una maravilla, bendecida y guardada para nosotros. Entonces, ¿qué es la fruta noni? ¿Dónde y cómo crece? Y por último, ¿cómo ustedes seleccionan las islas para el crecimiento y cosecha del fruto noni?
The Marinda citrifolia plant, more commonly known as noni, thrives on the islands of Tahiti. The unique conditions found in Tahiti, the rich volcanic soil, the clean, abundant rainfall, the ideal amount of life-giving sunshine make these islands the perfect environment for this remarkable gift of nature. Tahitian Noni International selects specific islands for growing the noni based on a battery of tests. The soil, the water, and even the air must meet exacting standards. The environment must be perfect and pristine. About the size of a potato, the bumpy green fruit of the noni tree grows year-round so that a single tree can be harvested every day of the year. This is the very nature of the noni tree, giving forth an abundance of fruit, of leaf, of seed. It is truly the world's giving tree.
Teni hat so viele Produkte. Stammen sie alle vom Noni-Baum oder beinhalten sie Noni? Wie wird Noni eigentlich geerntet?
In everything we do, we begin with the noni tree. It represents our story, who we are and what we are. From the tree come 3 distinct elements: the fruit, the leaf, and the seed. From these three elements, we've derived a number of proprietary protected raw ingredients. These raw ingredients are used as a base for every product created under the Tahitian Noni brand. Because of the tremendous number of raw ingredients that we've extracted, and we're discovering more every day, the possibilities for future products are almost endless.
On more than 80 separate islands throughout the wide expanse known as the islands of Tahiti, thousands of families tend and nurture wild-crafted noni trees for Tahitian Noni International.
Hey,
throughout the year, these industrious islanders are visited by TNI's Director of Tahiti Operations, Edward Turaru, and his staff. Tahitian Noni International is unique in all the world when it comes to how they obtain noni fruit. While others simply source their fruit from nameless brokers and wholesalers, TNI works directly with the growers and harvesters, developing personal relationships that foster trust and friendship.
Te vera tora tumu tiara papu no te hare rai te mo whea whaapu. Tora to tere no te yeriro no te autaera te ete matop e te whea whaapu. Hi opua rai tara tumu hipa toa te hapuane ratu I moara te ira o te horeia tu I moe ratu.
Tahitian Noni International personally knows the people who grow and harvest the fruit. TNI can trace your bottle of Tahitian Noni juice back to the islands and the harvesters who picked the fruit. No other company in the world can say that. While the environment in Tahiti is perfect and the noni grows abundantly, it's not easy to grow and harvest noni for Tahitian Noni International. The company has a strict certification process for both growers and harvesters, ensuring that every fruit, every leaf, and every seed meets exacting standards. TNI was the first company in the world to develop standardized noni harvesting methods and a rigorous certification process. After the noni fruit is carefully selected and harvested, it is thoroughly washed and individually inspected. Only the fruit that passes this meticulous scrutiny moves on to the next phase. The fruit is then placed on curing racks to further the ripening process. In preparation for shipment to Tahiti, the clean, inspected fruit is placed in special drums fitted with a double layer of sanitary liners. Every single drum is carefully examined and weighed. Then each drum is marked with ID information, who harvested it, when it was picked, how much the drum weighs, and a tracking number.
Try.
我听说公司除了采收诺丽果实之外，也采收并利用诺丽果树的其他部分。请问这些部分的用途为何？
The fruit, of course, is just one element of the noni tree. Anciently, the inhabitants of these islands derived great benefits from the leaf as well. And to this day, Tahitians still use the noni leaf for topical relief of skin abrasions and bruises, just as their ancestors did. The remarkable leaves of the noni tree are harvested as carefully as is the fruit. Harvesters are trained to pick a certain number of leaves from each tree based on the size and age of the tree. Each one of these islanders has undergone stringent instruction and guidance. This dedication to detail, this ownership of the tree-to-bottle process is the hallmark of Tahitian Noni International. From all over the scattered islands of Tahiti, cargo ships collect thousands of drums of noni fruit and containers of noni leaves. Then they make their way to Tahiti Nui, the island home of the TNI processing plant. Here on the island of Tahiti, in the small town of Mata'ea, lies a brand new state-of-the-art noni processing facility, capable of processing enough noni to supply the current and future needs of a growing worldwide market. This facility stands as a real and tangible reminder of the investment that Tahitian Noni International has made in the islands of Tahiti. The stringent control which began during harvesting is echoed and even amplified once the drums reach the processing plant in Mataea. Opened on April 1st, 2005, and boasting 85,000 square feet of space, this facility is the largest of its kind anywhere in the world. This is where noni fruit puree is created from the raw fruit that arrives from outlying islands. When the drums arrive and the tracking numbers are checked, they are carefully weighed and then opened to inspect the fruit. Each batch begins with the creation of a batch record. This is where the tracking number of every drum of fruit is recorded, and reports are made throughout the processing as quality checks and other testing take place. The inspected fruit is then run through a process called finishing. In the finisher, the seeds, stems, and skins are removed, and the flesh of the fruit is turned into a puree. Then comes a pivotal step. Using the revolutionary Wadsworth Story process, the puree is pasteurized. But unlike traditional pasteurization, this breakthrough method ensures a sanitary product without denaturing the puree. All the beneficial properties of the noni fruit are left intact. This Wadsworth Story process is completely proprietary. It is owned and protected by Tahitian Noni International. Checking, double-checking, and then checking again is the order of the day at the Tahiti processing plant. The end result is a pure and natural noni fruit puree, which is loaded into lined shipping totes. Each of these totes, which hold 230 gallons of puree, is marked with a lot number, the date, and the time of filling, and a composite sample number. The composite sample is critical. Before a tote is sealed for shipping, quality control personnel take a sample and subject it to a battery of purity tests. Only when it meets T&I's exacting quality standards is it ready to ship to bottling plants throughout the world. The fruit, of course, is not the only part of the noni plant that is processed here. T&I is the only company in the world that takes the trouble to extract the precious oil from the noni seed. It takes approximately 50,000 seeds to collect just 1 ounce of oil, but the beneficial properties of this gift of nature are unmistakable. Noni seed oil is a vital ingredient in Tahitian Noni's beauty and skincare products. These wonderfully soothing and beneficial products also make use of the juice extracted from the harvested noni leaves. The noni leaves are initially dried and gently packed on the islands where they are harvested and then shipped to the plant in Mataea. Here they are processed to create a very pure noni leaf liquid extract. Just as with the puree, every step is checked and rechecked. A sizable portion of each noni leaf shipment is set aside and used for creating noni leaf tea, the flagship product of Tahitian Noni cafes now found throughout the world.
I've heard it said that the process is compatible with the beauty of the islands. What about the people of Tahiti? What do they think of Tahitian Noni International? How does this new industry affect them?
There is no place in the world like Tahiti. The commitment of Tahitian Noni International to maintain the pristine nature of these islands is unmeasured. Tahitian Noni International runs perhaps the most environmentally friendly industry in the world. With wild-crafted noni trees growing abundantly and naturally, this highly sustainable resource is nourished only by the sun and the rain, no chemical fertilizers. The process of growing and harvesting the elements of the noni tree leaves the environment virtually untouched, which is completely in keeping with the traditions of the islands. From the very beginning, the relationship between T&I and the people of Tahiti has been one of friendship and trust. The idea of growing and harvesting noni as a way of earning income was unheard of before Tahitian Noni International. Indeed, when these harvesters were children, the monetary value of the noni fruit was unknown. There was no market for noni.
Wanen hei au ia imi te te tumo rawea no te hoor amai te whare nou e nā ta amutamari no riro e paru oe te oe te mea I hawhawha I te utua whare e hamai te iro te orara o ta amutamari wanen hei au ia tura I a rato I ta rato hapira ma te whiwhi ore no te aufora I te mo uhipa no te hapira.
In less than a decade, the noni fruit went from having no commercial value to becoming the #1 agricultural export in all of Tahiti. This explosive growth has caught the attention of government officials at the highest levels.
Alors si l'on regarde par exemple la réussite de cette entreprise, le pays pourra être fier et cette entreprise peut servir d'exemple pour nous. Et à ce moment-là, inciter d'autres chefs d'entreprise à faire pareil.
We need more enterprise like the Noni enterprise in this country, and mostly for our people, for the families in those far islands like the Marquesas Islands. They used to live on copra and fishing. Now I know those families are focused on Noni. It's real good income for those families. And our hope is that this enterprise will last forever in this country.
Et dans ce pays, nous avons suffisamment de ressources en la matière. Or, l'agriculture, pour nous, c'est un secteur primaire, un secteur qui a de l'avenir. Et nous avons besoin de chefs d'entreprise du type de Tahitian Noni.
There's no impact at all on the environment, I should say, because those plants just grow in the bush, but there are some people now who started to plant, more trees to get more income.
Tēnei rā, I roto te teete, ai tu rātou na hea paraun e whaatiana ne te MA, no tō rātou mai te iso. No te mei te, no te tātu ora I nei pūrere nei te ane. Ia te temo teete, no te temo teete, harina me rātou, tō rātou no e hi a ai tā rātou e rawene. Te era teete ai te ia, no te mei te tātu ora, no rātou, no tātou ne mo whea maa hoi, e no te whenua tō, e no tō tātou hiru atu mo, e pūrere nei te tātou.
T&I's relationship with the people of Tahiti is one of mutual benefit, friendship, and sincere trust. The company's presence in Tahiti offers the ideal low-impact, small-footprint approach to local prosperity. Rarely has any company had such a profound influence on an entire country, an entire nation, an entire people.
Hvor TNI-produktene pakket? Det det samme I hver flaske med Tahitian Noni?
From its ancestral home in the heart of the warm Pacific, the pure and natural noni puree is shipped to bottling plants strategically placed for maximum efficiency. In Guangzhou, China, in Leipzig, Germany, in the Chubu district of Japan, and in Utah in the United States. These are the first of many finished manufacturing facilities positioned throughout the globe, perfectly placed to establish product manufacturing close to consumers. T&I's global facilities manufacture Tahitian Noni juice, of course, but also a wide range of additional Tahitian Noni products, each one receiving the same attention to detail in quality and purity. Tahitian Noni International operates many separate facilities, yet each produces the same consistent, high-standard product, bottle after bottle.
一点关系都没有，因为无论我们身处世界哪一个地方，我们都是用心去制造我们的果汁。
Here in Guangzhou, every step in the process is done exactly the same way that it's done in Japan, in the United States, and in Germany. The same processes, the same quality control checks, and essentially the same equipment that complies with accepted good manufacturing practices. It's T&I's guarantee that the customer always gets nothing but the best.
全ての、世界で作られているジュースに関してはいろんな工程で作られておりますが、全て、タヒチアンノニインターナショナルが提供する、品質基準をもとに、全て標準化、全て同じチェックを品質の管理を行った上の商品を提供しております。そのために、どこの国で作られたタヒチアンノニジュースでも同じクオリティで、お届けさせていただきます。
When the totes full of noni puree arrive here in Japan, just like when they arrive in China or Germany or the United States, quality assurance personnel verify the certificates of analysis from Tahiti. Nothing happens until all the records are checked and verified. Once the tote verification process is completed, the noni puree is hygienically pumped into huge batch tanks, where it is blended with thoroughly tested additional ingredients. Each of these batches will yield 3,500 gallons of finished Tahitian noni juice. When a new batch is begun, quality control initiates a new production batch record.
Der technische Standard ist heute so hoch, dass der Faktor Mensch nicht mehr so wichtig ist wie früher, sodass wir in China, in Japan, in den Vereinigten Staaten oder auch in Deutschland heute Noni-Juice, Noni-Saft mit dem genau gleichen Qualitätsstandard herstellen können.
Once the flavoring process is completed, quality control personnel take samples and test them.
Die Qualitätskontrollen, die wir hier direkt in unserer Firma vornehmen, sind pH-Level. Das sind wir auch in der Lage natürlich zu prüfen. Dann RIX, das heißt Zuckerinhalt der Stoffe und mikrobiologischer Status des Produkts.
After the batch supervisor reviews the quality control checks and signs the release, it's time for bottling. Every bottle is thoroughly sterilized before filling, then the bottles are hot filled at a precise temperature to ensure a sterile environment. The bottles are then capped with tamper-proof seals, labeled, and a batch code is permanently printed on the bottle.
J'ai entendu dire que les produits TNI sont de marque déposée. Pouvez-vous m'expliquer quels sont les éléments des produits Tahitian Noni qui en font une marque déposée?
Well, the formula of Tahitian Noni juice is proprietary, so we're not in the habit of giving out the details, but you can tell that it has grape and blueberry juice in it by just a look at the label.
In each of the bottling plants, the same proprietary recipe is used. The choice of grape and blueberry is not an accident. These juice concentrates work synergistically with the noni puree and help increase the antioxidant power of the finished product. And it's a guarantee of quality that Tahitian Noni International can back up. The batch code is an important way to determine that the product in your hand is genuine and authentic, not an imitation. With this number, T&I can trace a bottle of juice back to the bottling plant and the batch it came from. From the batch records, they know which totes were used. From the tote records, they know which drums of fruit were used. And from the drum records, they know who harvested the fruit. This ability to trace the product back to the islands and the harvesters who picked the fruit is a powerful thing. T&I is the first company in the world to create and master this fully integrated process. Once the products are inspected and ready, they are packaged for shipment within regions throughout the world. Customers typically order Tahitian Noni products in advance, over the phone, online, or through independent T&I distributors. These unique and patented products are then delivered directly to the customer's door. And for an even greater level of convenience, Tahitian Noni International operates a number of stores throughout the world where customers can choose just the right Tahitian Noni products for themselves.
A minha pergunta é, como Tahitian Noni International se diferencia na área de pesquisa com o Noni?
TNI is dedicated to quality, and we have a very fine laboratory, the best in the industry.
Nobody in the world knows as much as we do about noni, and we're going to keep it that way.
TNI is completely committed to ongoing research and product development. The processing plant in the United States is more than just manufacturing. It also includes the world's largest noni-dedicated research facility.
We are the only noni-dedicated research laboratory anywhere, but there are other universities and groups who are studying the beneficial properties of noni. And we work closely with other experts around the globe to help us better understand the benefits of this fruit.
That research pays off when new Tahitian noni products are developed, but it also provides invaluable support for existing products. In addition, the research has allowed scientists to map the unique characteristics of Tahitian noni juice, something referred to as the footprint.
The footprint is a chromatogram which is used to identify the components in a sample. What we do is we will compare samples from other products, from our own products, and we will see which components are present and which ones are missing. And so for this reason, the footprint is very important to us as a measure of our quality and standardization.
It starts with the heart, it lives in your soul. When you share it with someone, you can feel it start to flow.
From its origins with the extraordinary noni tree, each Tahitian noni product makes its way to the cupboards, refrigerators, and tables of loyal customers throughout the world. Every step of the process is planned, scrutinized, and documented, ensuring these customers of the finest the noni tree has to offer. It's a process that was created and developed by Tahitian Noni International. No one else in all the world does what this company does.
It starts with the heart. It starts with the heart. It lives in your soul. It lives in your soul. When you share it with someone, you can feel it start to flow. It lives on beyond you, a legacy untold. It's a treasure to the world. It starts with the heart.
You know, some people may say that we're in the juice business, but we're really not in the juice business. We're in the people business. We created this industry. We did it in a way which involved the people of Tahiti Nui. See, we feel that we're partners with them. We could not do this without them, and they can't do without us. We can deliver a very high quality product from the tree right to your doorstep. And no other company can do that. No other company can confidently say that. It's family, it's life, and we have the greatest people in the world surrounding us as we take this wonderful product and bless the lives of millions and millions of people all over the world.
It starts with the heart, it lives in your soul. When you share it with someone, you can feel it start to flow. It lives on beyond you, legacy untold. It's ready to the world. It starts with the heart, it lives in your soul.
There's a reason for TNI's success. The fact is that Tahitian Noni International is the #1 noni company in the world. They are first in research, first in quality, and first in the care and stewardship of the noni plant and the islands it calls home. 10 years and growing strong. This is Tahitian Noni International.